We just got confirmation. Not only are we getting a massive live in-game event at the end of this season to take us into chapter 5, it is going to feature none other than Eminem, and he's getting his own skin. We also have the return of one of the OG GOATs, Tfue. Not only is he returning to OG Fortnite, he is returning to competing. I also want to talk about what is going on with all of the victory cups getting cancelled and why competitive feels so strange right now. There's a lot to talk about. Let's jump into it. Let's kick off talking about what's going on at the event at the end of this season. We have now had over a year without a major in-game event, and people have gotten really upset. But after the leaks that came out last night, people are extremely excited. Not only are we getting an event confirmed at the end of this season to take us into chapter 5, it is going to heavily feature none other than Eminem. This is the key art for the event. And now before you think, hey, that might not be Eminem, how do we know? This is his skin with multiple styles. And honestly, they're looking pretty sick. I don't really understand how Eminem is going to feature in the event or how he fits into the Fortnite storyline. At this point, I don't even know what the Fortnite storyline is. Why are we back in OG Fortnite? Why did we go back in time? I know there's like the kind of time machine that's going around the map right now, but honestly, the storyline kind of went out the window, and I'm totally fine if we keep it that way to get a super badass event like this. This could honestly rival the Travis Scott event, which for many people is the greatest event in Fortnite. We've had some awesome ones with storylines attached, like we've had the Rocket, you know, we've had the Robot versus the Beast, but at the same time, like, I don't really know if there's going to be anything that can top Travis Scott concert until now. Now, we also have leakers pointing out, for those of you guys who maybe disagree with me and you want some kind of Fortnite storyline, it is not just going to be a concert, it is going to be an end of chapter event. You guys may have seen the leaks around the music event on December 9th, and I have to say, so far from what I can tell from the leakers, these are separate. We have the event that's going to take us into the new chapter and the new season, which has been confirmed to be starting on December 3rd, and then this is different to the music event that's going on December 9th. So again, if you guys don't know, there is an upcoming music mode with collabs. Fortnite are working on a rhythm mode called Festival that has casual and competitive. I don't really know how there's going to be a competitive music mode, but you know, as a comp fan myself, I'm here for it. I guess we'll see. You'll be able to play vocals, guitar, drums, bass, solo, or team with free rewards. So I guess it'll be some kind of like Guitar Hero situation. They said it releases on December 9th, and so far it has these artists: Lady Gaga, Poker Face, Linkin Park, Numb, such a good song, Toto Africa for the Boomer and Me, again, absolute banger, Imagine Dragons, Thunder, Alice Cooper, Poison, and then Fortnite music packs. Again, that doesn't specifically mention Eminem, and maybe Eminem will be in this festival as well, but I need to make it very clear, this event that's happening at the end of the season, the big cinematic in-game event, is different to this music festival. So Eminem is going to be on a different level. I think that's why we're getting a skin with multiple styles. While we're talking about the event, we got some clarity from Fortnite around how the cosmetic restrictions are going to work and how this is going to affect the event specifically. So in case you don't know what I'm talking about or you missed it, Epic Games brought out some restrictions on different cosmetics for playing in certain creative maps or certain things like the event that will be rated for children. So you couldn't wear certain skins that had guns. Now, they've gone back on this based on a whole lot of backlash, and it's very rare that Epic goes back and changes one of their policies like this. So they tweeted out, "We hear your feedback and are back with more info. Until we have our long-term solution, cosmetic gating will be off for the majority of cosmetics, starting with the version 28.00 updates." They're basically taking it out of the game completely. They did say, "And you can use any cosmetic at our next big in-game events." That's how we know there's going to be an event. It has officially been posted by Epic now. It's not just leakers, and you are going to be able to use all of but 10 skins. Now, the 10 skins, I don't know exactly which ones they are. They just specifically mentioned them in the blog post. I know one of them's like the Demigorgon, so again, that's what they're talking about with having very, you know, obvious fear or violence elements. They kept using that phrase, so I don't think this is just guns now. It looks like they're going to come back with a different policy around these cosmetics. A few different solutions I've heard given around which make the most sense. The first one being the fact that if you're a child on a child account, or you're going into one of these maps and you don't want to see these skins with violent themes, you can just make it so that only your account doesn't see them. So if you're looking at someone who's wearing a skin that isn't allowed, it can just be a different skin. It can either just be a default or an entirely different skin that is fine. It doesn't need to change on the account of people who aren't children, who are totally fine with these themes going around. The second one, which Epic suggested they might be doing as well, is having different styles. So when you go into the map with a skin that has a gun on it and it's a kids-friendly map, map, maybe it has a style where the gun is just taken off, which could ruin some of the skins, and it wasn't really the best fix, but people seemed happy with it. But honestly, the client-side fix I suggested at the start is kind of the best option I've seen so far, but it looks like Epic's taking this back. They're going to rework on it and come out with something in the future. The other option a lot of people are asking for, which obviously is why Epic maybe has taken this back, is people started demanding refunds for any cosmetics they bought that now wouldn't fit these restrictions, saying if they can't use them in the game, why did they buy them? And that would obviously cost Epic millions of dollars. If there's a skin that you regret buying, I have a bunch of them, and it falls under this category, just getting a refund would obviously be the option for so many people, and many people would take it. So I think they're going to really try to avoid that option. Moving on from the event, we have the return of one of the biggest OG Fortnite players and streamers, Tfue. I'm sure you've seen it. He's now signed a streaming deal with Kick. He did his first Kick stream yesterday, giving away $100,000 of free money, but he is also returning to OG Fortnite, and he's returning today. He is hosting Tfue Tuesday, a $100,000 no-build tournament, which you might remember he was hosting a lot of in Chapter 3. This is going to be a squads no-build tournament. If you guys want to watch it, I'll be live on twitch.tv/Aussie Antics, casting it, bringing all the vibes, and it's going to be so exciting to watch him not only back streaming, he's back on OG Fortnite, and he's back competing in OG Fortnite. A lot of people had him as the king of no-builds. He was absolutely dominating when the game dropped in Chapter 3, doing 15-hour streams every day, playing with Zemi and Scode, playing in tournaments, and now he's bringing it back with his first OG Fortnite stream, playing a tournament. I could not be more excited. Speaking of tournaments, unfortunately, my most recent video, I said solo victory cash cups were fixed, and I apologize. I believed they were because Fortnite rescheduled the ones they canceled, put them on. We had all of the other tournaments working, the skirmishes were working, the ranked cups were working, and then the solo victory cups broke, so they didn't run yet again, and Fortnite has now canceled them. They could be rescheduling them, but with how little time we now have until the new season, which is starting on the 3rd, they aren't going to be able to fit them in. We are supposed to still have 12 remaining victory cups in the next, what is that, like 12 days. There is just not enough time unless they're going to put them on over the top of the ranked cups this weekend, or put them on during the downtime. So hopefully the solo victory cup that is supposed to be on tomorrow will actually run, as well as the no build duo victory cup, because even though the no build cups were working at the start of the season, for some reason they've now canceled those as well. The update they posted that gave us access to all of those leaks around the event, for whatever reason they've actually made the downtime and the update yesterday, but none of the content is going live until Thursday, and I can't really figure out why they would do that, except for if they had to fix something in the game immediately before they wanted the update to go live. And one of the only things right now I can think of like that are the tournaments. The tournaments have been completely broken, and they haven't been able to fix them without a downtime, so I'm really hoping when they took the servers down, they implemented a fix, because there are hundreds of thousands of people, probably potentially millions across all the different regions and all the different tournaments, who are waiting to play in these. We haven't really had any proper build tournaments this season. The no build victory cups would be extremely popular for people coming back to OG Fortnite who want to have a bit of fun. They might not make the finals, but it's still a tournament to play in, where if they do, they have a chance to make $100. That's extremely exciting, and that's why I was really hoping these tournaments were going to be massive and bring a lot of these casuals and returning players into competitive. On a more positive note for competitive, we have 2 new additions to the playlist. We have Trio Build Ranked Mode and Squad No Build Ranked Mode. Based on the popularity of these game modes, it looks like Trio Battle Royale Ranked, so again, builds, is going to be here to stay. Epic has turned it on as a permanent, or at least semi-permanent game mode. It was clearly extremely popular. As far as the ranked 0 build squads, it looks like they said it will be returning in the future, but it's not turned on right now. So I don't know whether this would be something they only turn on the weekends when the player base is really popular, but I think both of these are a great addition to the game, at least in the major regions. With the player base the way it is, ranked queues are extremely quick. I mean, ranked 0 build squads, if I was going to play ranked 0 builds, I feel like that's the way I'd do it. Hopefully it leads to some fun stacked games, especially if they only turn it on for a short period of time. Maybe people go out of their way to try and play it, and it could make it even better. I don't know, but at least it's something happening in competitive right now. That does it for today's video. I'll catch you in the next one.